Hi, it's Michael from Corona POS. We're here today to talk about liquor stores and some of the regulations they face on a state-by-state basis. Each state in the United States has its own rules and regulations regarding the sale and consumption of alcohol. As a result, working in the liquor industry can be particularly challenging. There are two common types of liquor regulatory systems in the United States: open states and control states. If you want to get into the business of selling alcoholic beverages, you'll need to understand the rules governing the sale of alcohol in the state where you want to operate. Knowing whether you operate in a control or open state is the first place to start. In open states, private businesses are allowed to buy and sell alcohol according to state laws, while other states control the distribution and/or sale of alcohol. These are known as control states. In this video, you'll learn a little more about a control state, the differences between control states, and their advantages and disadvantages. First, let's go over what we mean by alcohol control states. The power to control alcoholic beverages was transferred to individual states after the United States abolished Prohibition in 1933, which prohibited importing, transporting, and selling alcoholic beverages. As a result, two types of alcohol regulation solutions have been adopted by states: those that delegate control over the sale and distribution of alcohol to local governments, and those that allow sales by private retailers entirely. States with monopoly or complete control over the distribution and sale of alcohol are called control states, or alcoholic beverage control, or ABC states. In control states, a government agency usually runs the wholesale operation of the system. It then either delivers the products to private off-premise retailers, or in most control states, the state also owns the off-premise retail function of the system itself. Across all control states, the minimum price for each product is set by the state, which sets the price for the consumer. In total, there are 17 control states versus 33 open states. So what are the 17 control states? As of 2022, the states with at least one major aspect of government control over the sale of alcohol included Alabama, Idaho, Iowa, Maine, Michigan, Mississippi, Montana, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Utah, Vermont, West Virginia, and Wyoming. However, some notable exceptions exist where individual counties in some states have chosen to control alcohol sales. Take Maryland, for instance. The state as a whole is not a control state, yet Montgomery County must comply with certain liquor laws. Now, to make things more complicated, there are some big differences among the control states themselves. Broadly speaking, there are two distinct groups, though, among the 17 control states. The first group is stricter and ultimately limits the sale of alcohol to state-run ABC stores. These states include Alabama, Idaho, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Utah, Virginia, and Washington. In New Hampshire, for instance, alcoholic beverages are sold tax-free, attracting out-of-state consumers. North Carolina is also somewhat unique in that stores can be run by local county and city governments. The second group is where the state plays a more subtle role in controlling alcohol sales and distribution. Instead of asserting power at the retail level, these states allow alcohol to be sold in private outlets and work more at the distribution and wholesale level, allowing them to determine what products will be sold at minimum prices. These states include Iowa, Maine, Michigan, Mississippi, Montana, Ohio, Oregon, Vermont, Wyoming, and West Virginia. You can find more detailed guides for alcohol policies in each state by looking online or checking with your Secretary of State office. Now let's jump into the application process for those looking to open a liquor store in a control state. The procedures for applying for a state liquor license vary from state to state, of course. First, there's paperwork. Fill out the pre-application or application, depending on your state, for a liquor license. Don't forget to bring an ID card and written approval from your local governing body. Then submit all of these documents and the required fee to the appropriate state liquor control commission. For example, if you're in the state of Vermont, contact the Vermont Division of Liquor Control. You can now even fill out the application and attach the documents online in most states. The application requirements differ depending on the type of business you need a license for. For example, you may need more paperwork if you want to open a wine store and apply for its license than you would for a restaurant application. Fees vary again from state to state. Now, you may be wondering what type of benefits this type of operation brings. Of course, there are virtually no benefits for a liquor store entrepreneur. There are arguably some benefits for the residents of the state. A well-run liquor business will have a good profit margin. Therefore, state-run stores can generate revenue for the state concerned. The local government can use this money to provide residents with better education, healthcare access, roads, etc., at a reasonable cost. States that control the sale, distribution, or manufacture of alcohol ensure that a limited number of stores are licensed to sell alcohol. The fewer stores there are, the more difficult access becomes. As a result, this also might help limit alcohol abuse and drinking and driving incidents in the state. Similarly, the controlling states also have the power to set the price of liquor. Liquor prices are generally a little bit higher in control states to limit sales and curb alcohol consumption. Of course, for the business-minded person, there are many more cons than pros. Liquor stores in alcohol control states operate according to hours mandated by the liquor department or local government. Most often, these outlets remain closed on holidays and work for limited hours on Sundays. In addition, they are not allowed to promote liquor sales by offering discounts or buy one get one free offers. All of these measures can be disruptive to business sales and result in lower revenues. New breweries and distilleries may also find it challenging to meet all requirements, since controlling states have a strict licensing process. In addition, states decide what type of alcohol can be sold and to what extent you can have an inventory of alcohol. In this case, bottles from new breweries may not find their way onto the shelves of your supermarket or liquor store. All of these regulations are not conducive to the marketing of alcoholic beverages. Supply and product choice are almost always more limited in the controlled model. So it's hard for the makers and distributors as well. If you want to market your own brand of wine, beer, or other type of alcoholic product, it will need to be listed by the state. The availability of a product is subject to different requirements from each state, which must be met before listing a product. Start with registration. Some states require a brand to obtain a state control code for each product before it can be offered for sale, while others issue their own state code once the product is active. The control state code is a unique 6-digit code assigned by the National Alcohol Beverage Control Association that can be used in all states that use the control state coding system. You also need to test a new product's performance. The product must generate interest in the market it seeks to enter before it can be endorsed by the control state in which it intends to establish itself. One way to do this is through special orders. A special order is most often referred to when a single retail account is interested in a one-time purchase to test how well the product will sell. This process allows the product to be sold on a one-time order basis. These orders are typically smaller and, depending on the state, may be as little as a single bottle or case. When a product is special ordered, it is not held in bonded inventory and is not present on off-premise shelves. If demand for the product is working well enough through special orders and other retail customers in the state are requesting the product, the next step is to try to obtain a full listing. The purpose of a full listing is to generally allow the product to have an allocation in the bonded warehouse or a presence on off-premise store shelves. Full listings require the broker to make a formal presentation for the state board to approve the product. As you can see, running a liquor store business in a control state is no easy task. If you're brave enough to try, Corona POS can help. We work with privately owned and operated liquor stores in control states that allow for it. To learn more about how we can help liquor businesses succeed, sign up for a product demo through the link in the description. Thanks for watching today, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this one.